Hello, friends. I'm coming to you from my new and fast internet service. Woo! We're currently in the process of canceling our AT&T, which has been a little bit of a pain, but the silver lining is we're back in action with some cocks. That sounds very dirty, but that's the company we're using. So, today I'm coming to you. Yesterday, one of our amazing agents on our team, Justine, sent me a little message, and it had a really interesting message on it. It basically, she was like, you should do a musing on this. And it basically talks about, the quote says, the person that when you, on your last day on earth, basically, the day that you die, the person that you have become will meet the person that you could have, or the person that you became will meet the person who you could have become. And I thought that was really interesting because it really made me think, like, are you playing full out in all areas of your life? How are you showing up? How are you being? How are you affecting those around you? And like, what impact are you having on the world in a positive or negative way? Like, what imprint are you going to be leaving? And how do you get to be in that process? And it really got me to thinking, because I actually had a conversation with a really great friend this morning where I talked about state of being and how you show up is, that's all on you. It's a choice. You can, show up super grumpy to something, or you can choose to shift and show up really joyful and try and find the positive in even the shittiest of situations. And the way that you show up and the way that you come at things is for your personal self. Like, you have to make that choice as to how you want to show up, so that you choose how to leave your, mark on the world, so that when you die and you're left, looking back on your life, the person that you've become can look straight in the person that you could have, became. And the interesting thing about that is, so many people, when they live their full life and get to the end of their road, they have regrets. But if we live true to ourselves and true to our authentic needs, wants, the things that we want in life, if we grab that by the, for lack of a better term, if we just grab that by the balls, if we grab that part of life that we want so badly, no matter what it is, whatever state of being we want to bring. I mean, if you even just want to be funny, like, that can be your state of being. That's amazing. If you want to be, bring joy of humor to the world, or if you want to just say hi to people that you meet on the street, or if you want to help people cross the street when you see them, or declutter, whatever you want your personal state of being to be, like, however you want to show up and then impact others by your state of being. Long story short, when you get to the end of the road, you get to look back on everything you've ever done and decide whether or not you've lived full out to your fullest potential. And I think it's really an impactful thing, because let's just say you, for example, are a really great friend to somebody, and you continually offer support, and you're always there when they need you, and your state of being is always kind and gentle and empathetic and a great friend, right? And 6 years down the road of being somebody's bestie, they just decide to take a hike and say, like, I'm so sorry, I need to cut you out. Well, do you just wallow in self-pity and, a lack of self-worthiness and think, what could I have done differently? Or do you powerfully own, wow, I showed up for that human being for 6 years to the best of my ability, and we had a fabulous friendship, and for some reason they feel the need to part ways, but I showed up as great as I could have been. I don't know how I could have been more supportive, kind, or loving. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Maybe it was a little bit of a roundabout way of getting there, and I apologize for that. But in focusing up, totally, like, when you get to the end of the road, are you going to realize that you've been true to yourself? And, like, have truly become the person that you were meant to be, and that who you got to become, and who you are, and who you be your entire life? Or are you going to get to the end of the road and face the person that you could have become, but you chose not to? And it really made me think and reflect on that. And it's something that I've been thinking about a lot, like the impact that we want to leave on the world, like how we want to show up constantly. And it's amazing, since I've changed my state of being to literally being the kindest human being I possibly can be, even on my grumpiest of days, like, kill them with kindness kind of to the maximum. Like yesterday I talked to the AT&T dude to cancel our service, and any other time I've ever had a conversation with AT&T, I've ended the phone super frustrated, annoyed, angry, and agitated. Probably because on the phone I experienced feelings of frustration, anxiety, annoyance, and all that stuff, and I took it out on the other human being. But instead this time, instead of taking that frustration to the table, I outlined everything clear as day, very factually. I was like, dude, business is suffering from my internet connection. You gotta help me out, bro. I switched to Cox, and Cox has really been working for me, and I need to switch from this, and please help me, and I am so appreciative of you, and how is your day, and I'm a joyful human being and here to just sprinkle my wonderful glitter all over your day and make your 15 minutes with me as fabulous as possible. And guess what? That dude was super friendly. He took away all of my installation charges. He canceled, technically you incur an $180 cancellation fee. I didn't incur that. And he refunded me for the remainder of my month of internet that I had already paid for. Like, because I came to the table a loving, kind, and, eager to enjoy the next 15 minutes with that AT&T human being, he was eager to enjoy his 15 minutes with me. And today at the UPS store, I had a very similar experience with the person behind the counter, and I bought something. I bought a Christmas gift for my mother-in-law. If you're watching on here, Mama Steele, I found something for you. And then he took me over to, he was like, at the end, we chatted for like 10 minutes. I was like having the best day, and I was able to buy the thing that I wanted for my mother-in-law from the stock room. It wasn't even out on the shelves yet. I was like, ooh, that's so cute. I would love it, and blah, blah. We became fast friends, me and the UPS guy, and at the end of it all, he was like, come over here, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, okay, cool. Not a weird surprise. It was a good surprise. And he was like, here is something else. I'm not going to give away what it was, but it was a value of $9. And he was like, here, just take this. I got extras in my shipment, and like, it's been such a pleasure. Like, you made my day. It was really fun chatting with you. And I was like, that's pretty dope. It's amazing to be nice. So typically the common denominator is you. And if you're having a grumpy day and everybody around you is an asshole, you're probably the asshole. Sorry to say it. So in my world of joy, where I've been trying to bring joy everywhere I go, and that's my state of being, to bring love, joy, and connection everywhere I go. If you haven't noticed, I try and radiate it and just sprinkle it all over the place. Here it is, woo! Anyways, so I love to bring love, joy, and connection all over the place. And when I do, guess what I receive? Tons of love, joy, and connection. So I continually receive the benefits of my state of being, and it encourages me. Like right now, I feel like I am living to the maximum. Like I feel like I couldn't get any stretchier, my plate couldn't get any larger, I couldn't be doing anything else, like except maybe traveling the world. But I think that's, like that for me feels really good to be in like 2-3 years after I've hustled my ass off. So in the present, I am living life to the fullest, and it's freaking amazeballs, and I encourage you to do the same. I love you guys. Happy Friday. Talk to you soon.